Legal issues around recording live performances. This is a short guide looking at legal issues around recording a live theatrical or musical production, such as theatre, concert, and live outdoor production. This should not be seen as a definitive guide and only covers basic considerations when approaching filming live events. For more detailed information, visit the websites listed below. There are a lot of misconceptions around the ability to film live events. Is it okay to film live events? No. The ability to record a live event depends on the permissions that the event is being performed under. If copyrighted work is being performed, then it depends on the conditions that the owner of the work has placed on the performance. Always check with the event organizers. But what if it's a university event? Copyright laws are different for universities, aren't they? No. Whether the event is a university one or not, the laws of copyright still apply. There are some exceptions to media copyright that are looked at in more detail in the Legal Issues in Media vlog, which is produced by the Creative Media team. But what if I get permission from the venue to record? Then that would be okay? No. Do not assume that if a venue doesn't mind you recording, then it is allowed. It again depends on the copyright of the work that is being performed. You will need to check this with the event organizer and not just the venue. Remember, breach of copyright is a serious matter and is a criminal offence. In the most serious cases, it can result in hefty fines and even a prison sentence. If a group has a license to perform, and I have their permission, then why can't I film it? Because the group is performing it under license. This means that the performers have paid the owner of the copyright for a license to be able to perform the work. And unless as part of this license, specific recording permissions from the copyright holder have been granted, then you are not allowed to film the performance. In the case of some performances, particularly notable works such as Wicked or Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, the video and recording rights have been sold to a movie company that expressly prohibits the recordings of productions. Similar restrictions are in place during concerts and live music events, as the bands, singers, songwriters, and music companies are hoping to sell the works that they are performing. So recording the work for free would stop them doing this. So, is it possible to film any live event? Yes. But this depends on the copyright conditions being imposed on the event. If you are recording an original play, musical, concert, or live performance, then providing you have the permission of the creator, then you are able to film the event. If the event is licensed, and it has provisions in that license for recording, then it is also allowed, but this needs to be checked with the event organizer. If the recording of the event falls within the guidelines of fair dealings, again, more detailed information about fair dealing and copyright can be found on the Creative Media web pages and on gov.uk's copyright website, then recording could be permitted, providing that it was only used under the conditions of fair dealing and not used for commercial purposes. Please be aware, however, there is no statutory definition of fair dealing. It will always be a matter of fact, degree, and impression in each case, so always seek appropriate advice when wishing to look at filming something under the category of fair dealing. This is just a guide to looking at the ability to film live events. If you have any questions or want to discuss any issues you may have, then please get in touch with the Creative Media team.